later. So, welcome everyone to class 92 of the Biblical Foundation, Genesis, and the Book of Beginnings. We are blessed to have several new members this evening, and we're going to go right into a review of Abraham and Sarah testing Abimelech. So, we start with a review of the material we covered the prior week. So, if you're new, don't be frightened. The material is new, and for the others, the material will be easier because we discussed some of these before. But no problem. So, Danielle, can you please read Genesis chapter 20, verse 3 in English?
Okay, but God come to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him, Behold, thou art but a dead man, for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife.
Very good. Two suggestions. The third word, but God came. I think you said come. So you said the present tense. So you want to make sure to emphasize that the past tense came.
Okay,
And then there's a classic word in English we don't use much now, and it's thou, and it's thou.
okay,
Okay, you pronounce it more though. If it was though, then it is thou.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
but this is
Uh,
though. Okay, it would be though. Sorry, though would be though, but with this old word is thou with a more open O. All right, let me
okay,
try it in Portuguese. Deus, porém, veio a Abimeleque em sonhos de noite e disse-lhe: Eis que morto serás por causa da mulher que tomaste, porque ela está casada com marido. All right. So, Lucas, can you kindly read Genesis 23 in English? Oh, I'm sorry, question one in English.
What is the threatening?
Okay, that's a hard one. So it's threatening. Say it again.
Threatening.
Very good. Thank you. All right, so God just came to Abimelech in a dream and said some tough words to him. What is he threatening then? So anyone can answer in English. And how about some of our students from last class? What is God threatening?
To kill Abimelech
Yes, he is. He's threatening to kill Abimelech when or why?
because of Sarah.
Okay, if he violates Sarah, right? Okay, so all right, it's pretty direct. It's like don't touch Sarah. Pedro, can you kindly read Genesis 24 to 5 in English?
But Abimelech had not come near her. And he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister? And she herself said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and in innocency of my hands have I done this.
Very good. And that's like a classic word we don't use. So innocency.
Innocency.
And you can see it's the same as are close to our current word in English, innocent. And this is speaking of a state of innocence. But innocency was the old way. But very good. All right, let me try that in Portuguese. Mas Abimeleque ainda não se tinha chegado a ela. Por isso disse, Senhor, matarás também uma nação justa? não me disse ele mesmo, e minha irmã, e ela também disse, e meu irmão, em sinceridade do coração e em pureza das minhas mãos tenho feito isto. Okay, so Raimunda, can you kindly read question 2 in English?
Is Abimelech country actually a righteous nation?
Thank you. Okay, so what do some of our younger students this evening think? Is Abimelech's country really a righteous nation? He said so. Pedro, Lucas, what do you think?
I think not.
Yeah. So and we'll see later when, okay. But in what sense is this a righteous nation?
Ah, in what sense? You know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it's
I-
overall, it's not a righteous nation. All right, because and we'll see which nation it is in a moment.
Hmm.
But in this instance, is it a righteous nation?
Because of Abimelech's response?
Exactly. That the nation through the king did not violate Sarah. Okay, so I think that's the best way to say, all right, they behaved well in this instance. Paola, can you please read question 3 in English?
What nation is it, of which Gerar V1 is the capital?
Very well pronounced, thank you. And just to let you know, V period is an abbreviation for verse.
Okay,
Okay, so you can say verse 1.
verse 1.
Very good. Okay, so Gerar, which we saw back in the first verse of Genesis of this chapter, is where they are. It is the capital of what country?
Mhm.
Anyone know? Lucas, do you know what country? How's your geography? Gerar is the capital of.
I don't know.
Okay, that's okay. I think Pedro knows.
I'm not sure, but I think it is the capital of the nation of the Philistines.
Very good. And pronounced Philistine in English. Philistine.
Philistine.
Okay, very good. Excellent. All right, so Danielle, back to you. Can you please read question 4 in English?
Okay. What nation would that territory be even, eventually called?
Okay, very good. So remember the B, I think you said be, so you want to have the B strong, the E strong. So it's B like a bzz, a bee buzzing around, and eventually called.
Called.
Okay, so let's see. So it was called Philistine at this time, but in the future the name would change to what? I know Raimunda remembers, but Pedro, do you remember?
To Palestine.
Absolutely,
Palestine.
absolutely right. Okay, so that current name Palestine seems to be all right. It's not an old name. It was a new name for Philistine. So, Lucas, Lucas, can you kindly read question 5 in English?
Who created the name and around when?
All right, thank you. Very well pronounced. Okay, so this is like a history lesson. I know Raimunda remembers. Anyone else?
Okay, might know.
Anyone else? So, well, Raimunda, do you remember even the date?
The date I don't remember. I know it was the Romans.
Okay, absolutely. So the Romans did it, but when might they have done it? Why did they do it? And then maybe we'll remember the date together.
I don't.
And they did it out of spite. And that's because the Jews rebelled and the Romans were tired of the Jews and they said, "So we're going to change the name of your country, and this place is now going to be Palestine," referring to the Philistines, among their biggest enemies. And that was Pedro. Do you remember when the Romans attacked Jerusalem and destroyed it?
It was after, I know it was after the New Testament.
Okay, after most of it was written, correct? So it
Uh,
was 70 AD.
okay.
Okay, so the
It was
the yes,
in the
Pedro?
destruction of Jerusalem.
Yes.
Destruction of the temple. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So okay, very good. Yeah, all right. So okay, so let's see. So Palestine as a name should not enter into Bible maps. All right, saying Palestine in the ancient times. It didn't exist. They're playing footsie with the Arabs by saying, "Oh, Palestine, Palestine." It's a new name. Okay, so let's go ahead. Pedro, can you kindly read Genesis 20, verse 6?
And God said unto him in a dream, Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withhold thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her.
Okay, very well pronounced. One suggestion. And God said unto him in a dream. I think you said a little more dram, not as strong. So remember, when there are two vowels together, it's very likely that it's the first one will be open sound. All right. So two vowels tends to give us a strong open sound rather than a closed sound. So let me try that in Portuguese. E disse-lhe Deus em sonhos: Bem sei eu que na sinceridade do teu coração fizeste isto, e também eu te tenho impedido de pecar contra mim. Por isso não te permiti tocá-la. Wow.
I have a suggestion.
Yes,
Tocar.
please, Pedro.
It's tocá-la.
Tocá-la. Yes, thank you with that accent there. So tocá-la. All right, I didn't want to touch that, but you made me go back and say it again. Thank you. All right, so
Well,
Raimunda, can you kindly read question 6 in English?
If God protected Abimelech from sinning, why did he threaten him in verse 3?
Thank you. Yeah, when you read the Bible slowly, they're interesting questions. God just said, I suffered thee not to touch her. So God did not allow him to touch her. Yet back in verse 3, he threatened Abimelech in the dream. Said, if you touch her. So, so what was God up to? Why would he threaten Abimelech to touch her when he was keeping Abimelech from touching her? Any ideas? Pedro, any ideas?
I I don't have a certain idea.
All right. Well, it's not clear. This is supposition. We're guessing. Maybe to instill fear of God in Abimelech, right? So he threatens him even when he is keeping him from doing something. But Abimelech doesn't know that. So God's saying, if you do this, you're in big trouble. All right. Even though Abimelech cannot do it because God is keeping him from doing it. Okay. So, Paula, we have a good long verse for you, Paula. So Genesis chapter 20, verse 7, please, in English.
Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are
Very
thine.
good. A couple of suggestions, Paula. The word prophet. So I forget what you said, but maybe you said prophet, but prophet. So a more open O, prophet. In the
From
second line, it says, "And thou shalt live." You said live, and you know what? With that E at the end, that silent E normally would make the I open, but English is irregular. And in this case, it doesn't. So it's live. All right. When there's an F, it's life. All right. So then the silent E makes the I strong. But in this case, English is irregular and it's not live, but live. Um, and then the last one is that classic word thou. So thou. It's a more of an open O, thou.
thou.
Excellent. Agora, pois, restituiu a mulher ao seu marido, porque profeta é, e rogará por ti, para que vivas. Porém, se não lá restituireis, sabe que certamente morrerás, tu e tudo o que é teu. Okay, so God's laying it down there. Uh, Daniel, can you kindly read question 7 in English?
Okay. There is an important first mention in this verse. What is it?
Okay, so first mention, this is a Bible term, so I'm going to explain it for Daniel and Paola, who perhaps have not heard it before. So mention is like citation. So the first time that an important word appears in the Bible, it's called first mention. And often the first mention of an important Bible word is defined by the first mention. So you learn a lot, or you learn important things from the first time important Bible words are used in the Bible. And so let what in verse 7, which of those words is an important Bible word that maybe is being used for the first time? I only see one in kind of in Bible word. So how about Daniel or Paula reply? Look at verse 7 and say, what word is that? If the professor is saying it's an important Bible word, which one do you think?
Mm,
Okay, how about Lucas? Lucas, can you see in that verse? What is an important Bible word in that verse?
Prophet.
Prophet, absolutely right. Okay, so it's just it's hard to tell in 20 chapters of the Bible. Prophet has not been mentioned before, but this is the first time. Uh, so it's saying, and this is God telling Abimelech that Abraham is a prophet. All right, so let's still go to Lucas. Lucas, can you read question 8 in English, please?
How does this verse clarify the word's godly meaning compared to today's usage of it?
Okay. One suggestion, it's clarify the word, the word's godly meaning. So the I is, or the Y is more open. Clarify. Okay, so what do you think? I know Raimunda knows this answer. She answered it last time. So how is prophet used in this sentence? Is it used and the way it is most commonly used today? No. When we use the word prophet today, what do we often think? Oh, a prophet does what? Okay. Raimunda remembers, I think.
Well, prophet does prophecy, prophesy.
Exact, exactly. So a prophet prophesizes.
Mm.
And that means he's telling us about the future, right? He's saying this will happen. In this verse, it doesn't look like Abraham is telling anyone what the future is. And so this is another meaning, an important first meaning for prophet, which is
The, the person who prays.
a person who prays.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Like a prophet is a good, strong, prayerful man. Uh, but also the idea is it's a spokesman for God. He speaks for God. And also you think in the Old Testament, the old prophets they're called, they make a lot of prophecies, but mostly they're God's spokesman to Israel and Judah. They're most laying down the God's law. They're representatives for God. Okay.
Uh, Last week,
Yes.
uh, when I mentioned that God speak with the prophet, and the prophet speak back to God. So God speak with Abraham, right? He
Yes.
asked him to go to the other, uh, to leave his land and
Mhm.
go to another place. And he said that he is going to be a father of the nations. He will have
Yeah.
and God come back and talk. So this relation is also a prophet.
Agreed. So,
Yeah,
so I think you're right. A lot of prophets have a very good contact with God. And if you think of it, that's how they can be God's spokesman
yeah.
because God is talking to them directly and they hear and they obey. Okay, so Pedro, can you kindly read question 9 in English? Oh, Pedro, you know what? We can't hear you. So your microphone, you're not on mute, but your microphone is a little low.
Is there another lesson to be learned from God's threat?
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so what is he saying about the prophet? he uses the reason he's a prophet to in order to tell Abimelech what?
To respect.
To respect him, yes. And don't harm prophets. Don't make a mistake with my prophets. So let's see what the next verse can and tell us. And Haimunda, can you kindly read the mixed mystery book, chapter 105, verse 15 in English?
Saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Thank you. And so let me try that in Portuguese, and that's 15. Não toques os meus ungidos, e não maltrateis os meus profetas. Okay, and all right, so we have to go to our famous Bible book diviner. So we like to ask, well, what is that mystery book? And so, Lucas, do you know what that mystery book is? We just read that verse from
Psalms?
Psalms. Absolutely right. Okay, and it's a good guess when the chapter is 105 chapters.
Only
I don't
Psalms.
think any other book has 105 chapters. So it's a when there's a high chaptered number, it's often Psalms, but still, that's very good. Thank you. Okay, Paola, can you kindly read question 10 in English?
This verse is used by many to justify what biblical view.
Okay, very good. Now you're speaking quickly. It's good to slow down a little. Okay, so it was perfectly intent, but here in the class, if you speak a little more slowly, then I can help your pronunciation better. All right, but that's good. I like your confidence. Okay, that's very good. So this verse is used by many to justify what unbiblical view? And I know Haimunda remembers from last class. And Pedro, what do you think? It's a tough question, but do you remember from last class?
He was not here.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay. That's a tough one. Well remembered, Haimunda. Any
Yes.
idea, Pedro?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay. No idea, he said.
Uh,
Okay, Haimunda, do you want to share?
Well, we use today in several churches and that to not touch the anointed one, referring to the leader, to the pastor.
Hmm.
That means do not ask them any accountability so they can
Hmm.
do whatever they want. And
Yeah.
because the anointed one, they are over the law, or, in other words.
Okay. They were anointed by God.
Yes.
So was there a risk in that church of touching them, of harming them? Maybe not.
No,
So
yeah,
another way is that it don't criticize
yeah.
any of the Lord's anointed, excuse me. So this is used by many to say, you can't criticize a pastor, a fellow pastor, a TV evangelist. Okay, so a TV evangelist preaching the prosperity gospel. No, no, you can't criticize them. That's God's anointed.
And they use another text.
They do. All right,
They
but
do.
that's unbiblical.
Yeah.
It's unbiblical.
Another text like justify. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's incorrectly using this verse. It doesn't say don't criticize. It says don't harm
Yeah.
uh, mine anointed, which is exactly what David did. He respected this and did not touch. He did not harm Saul, even when he could have killed him. All right, so he respected this, the correct interpretation. Okay, Danielle, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 20, verse 8 in English.
Okay. Therefore, Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all the things in their ears. And the men were so afraid.
Very good. Now, one thing, and this is common in the first verse. Yeah, in English, when a word is in the past tense, so it's call is present tense, and then called is past
Oh,
tense, and we don't say called.
okay.
All right, so when you have the ed for past tense, it's like just adding a d. So called, called. So no, you don't pronounce the e.
Okay.
All right, but again, English is irregular, so it's just one thing you got to remember. Very good. E levantou-se Abimeleque pela manhã de madrugada, chamou a todos os seus servos e falou todas estas palavras em seus ouvidos, e temeram muito aqueles homens. Okay, so they were sore afraid. So, Lucas, can you kindly read question 11 in English?
That
Não dá para ouvir.
Again, the sound was very low. So, the microphone in your cell phones. Sorry, go start again.
Abimelech lay in alerting his servants.
Okay, better, but it's still low. So, Pedro, it's something for you to check with that cell phone that the microphone is weak. Um, after class if needed. So what do you think? Looking at that verse, did Abimelech delay in alerting his servants? So how about from our new students, Danielle or Paula? What do you think? It's a simple yes or no answer.
One moment.
Okay, Paula's fixing. So look at the question. Did Abimelech delay in
What?
alerting his servants? What do you think?
Mm,
I don't know.
That's okay. Let me go to Lucas. Lucas, can you tell? Did Abimelech delay? Yes? No?
No.
No, he did not. How do you know? Where in the verse does it tell you that?
He he doesn't know.
Okay. Oh, he doesn't know. Okay. I thought he said no. And no is the correct answer. So that's very honest of you. I thought, oh yes, correct answer. But he says, I do not know. All right. Well, it's there in the first part. Therefore, Abimelech rose early in the morning. He didn't sleep in to get his beauty sleep. All right. He didn't go, oh, I think I'll enjoy the morning. I'll have my coffee and then I'll do what God told me to do. All right. No. Boom. Right away. Okay. So, Pedro, can you kindly read Genesis 20, verses 9 to 10 in English?
Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sawest thou that thou hast done this thing?
Very well pronounced, Pedro. Congratulations. Então chamou Abimeleque a Abraão e disse-lhe: Que nos fizeste? Eis que pequei contra ti, para trazer-lhe sobre o meu reino, tamanho pecado. Tu me fizeste aquilo que não deverias ter feito. Disse mais Abimeleque a Abraão, que tens visto para fazer tal coisa? Wow, Abimelech is being tough on Abraham. Uh, so, Paula, can you kindly read question 12 in English?
Yes. Was Abimelech justified in his criticism?
Okay, very good. It's justified.
Justified.
All right. So that's a good word to pronounce slowly. So you go justified. Excellent.
Justified.
Thank you. So was Abimelech correct? Okay, so it's another yes or no answer. What do we think? Yes, no? Pedro?
Yes,
Agreed. Abimelech is absolutely correct. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're now going to enter some new material. So we're continuing the study of Abraham and Sarah testing Abimelech. So Danielle, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 20, verses 11 to 12?
Okay. And Abram and Abram said, because I thought surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet, indeed, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. And she became my wife.
Very good. Almost the last, it became past tense, not present tense, become. So became my wife. In the first line, I thought. Okay, maybe you said thought, but it's thought. And the second line, and towards the end, and yet indeed. And again, when two vowels are, it's highly likely that the vowel sound is open and strong. So indeed, he is my sister. And e disse a Abraão, porque eu dizia comigo, certamente não há temor de Deus neste lugar, e eles me matarão por causa da minha mulher. E na verdade, ela também, minha irmã, filha do meu pai, mas não filha da minha mãe, e veio a ser minha mulher. Okay, so let's continue on. Raimunda, we're slightly different order. Raimunda, can you kindly read question A in English?
So, did Abraham lie to Abimelech about who Sarah was?
Very well pronounced. Thank you. Was Abraham lying when he said at first, "Hey, this is my sister"? And the idea, Pedro Lucas.
I think he halfly lied.
Okay,
Just
absolutely right. And we call that to be kinder. Instead of saying half lie, we say half truth. Okay?
okay.
Because he didn't tell a lie, he omitted some of the truth. Correct? She is.
Correct.
She is his half sister, but that doesn't mean you can tell a half truth about her. Okay, so yes, you're absolutely right. He did not lie. And so, Lucas, can you kindly read question B in English?
Did Abimelech deny that he would have likely killed him as Sarah's husband?
Okay, thank you. Two suggestions. Did Abimelech deny, not deny, so the Y is open, and then likely killed him. And so I think you said, I'm not sure, but so it's stronger I killed him. Okay, so uh, Abraham had just said, if I had told you that she is my wife, you, Abimelech, would have likely killed me to take my wife. And did Abimelech say, no, 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 I never do that? I don't think so. Okay, so Abimelech did not deny. He just let it go. All right, so Abraham, Abraham's fear was likely based on reality. Okay, so that was Lucas. So Paula, can you kindly read question C in English?
Okay. And me.
Yes, please, Paula.
Did Abraham sin in marrying his half-sister?
Okay. Your pronunciation of the main man is a little more Portuguese than English. Yeah, I think you use it Abraham. It's Abraham in English. A big open
Abraham.
A. Yeah, Abraham. Good. Okay. So was that a sin to marry his half sister? I mean, isn't that called incest?
Mm, yes.
It is incest, correct? Yes, Paula, you're right. It is incest. But here's the thing. When is incest first forbidden in the Bible? Maybe does Pedro remember? Pedro, do you know when incest was forbidden in the Bible?
It was in the time of Moses.
Absolutely right. So it's in the law of Moses and it's in Leviticus. So God did not say incest is a sin until the law of Moses. And the theory why is remember the fall in the garden. After the fall in the garden, everything started to get worse. It's called the law of entropy. Everything is degrading. So the human body started to degrade, and it degrades until death. But the genes inside us also start to mutate. And so at the time of the Garden of Eden, when Adam and Eve's children had to marry because there were no other human beings on Earth, there was the mutations were very, very low, like none, no mutations. So there was no risk from incest. So that is likely the reason why God waited He waited to prohibit incest in the law of Moses. So then Abraham did not sin because it was not a law yet, only later. Okay, Danielle, can you kindly read Genesis chapter 20, verses 13 to 14 in English?
Okay. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said in her, this is the kindness which thou shalt and me. At every place whiter we shall come. Save me. He is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servation and woman servants and gave them unto Abraham, and he restored him Sarah his wife.
Okay, that's a lot of verses. Thank you. A couple of new words, and then remember in the beginning, it came to pass. So it's not come to pass, it's not present, it's past tense. In the third line, there's a new word, and it's whither, which is like where. So the contemporary word is where, and this in classic English, it's whither. And then men servants and women servants. And we were saying servation at first, but then you corrected yourself and you said women
Okay.
servants correctly at the end. Good. And remember, it's Abraham, not Abraham. All right, so that's the Portuguese like. So Abraham is the English pronunciation. Very good. Two long verses. E aconteceu que, fazendo-me Deus sair errante da casa do meu pai, ele disse: Seja esta a graça que me farás em todo o lugar onde chegaremos. Disse de mim: Ei, meu irmão. Então tomou Abimeleque ovelhas e vacas e servos e servas, e os deu a Abraão, e restituiu-lhe
Haitian.
Sara, sua mulher. Wow, you see, it can be complicated Portuguese. All right, so that was verses 13 and 14. And now let's finish up. Haimunda, can you kindly read question D in English?
Was Abimelech generous in his treatment of Abraham and Sarah?
Thank you, Haimunda. Beautifully pronounced. So, look, Abraham had just treated Abimelech incorrectly. He had not been honest with him, and he almost got Abimelech killed by God. And what does Abimelech do? He gives him sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants. Is that generous?
He was afraid of God.
Yes. Well, you're getting to the motive, which would like a second question. But yeah, he was very generous. And I think Haimunda just said it. Abimelech was like, this is a big, mean God. All right. And I almost did the wrong thing and got myself killed. So I'm going to be super nice. After being very critical directly to Abraham. All right. So giving Abraham like, boom, Abraham, why did you do this, Abraham? Uh, and then he kisses both cheeks and gives a hug and lots of presents. All right. And then ciao. So I think just that. He was like, hey, God, I made an extra effort. Like, please don't attack me again. Please
He
stay
feared
out of
God.
my dreams. Like, no more God talk in my dreams.
So he feared God, right?
Yes, so Abimelech at least learned the fear of God. Okay, and so for our Bible scholars here, our young Bible scholars, to learn the fear of God is the first step of what?
Wisdom.
Thank
Okay.
you. Okay, first step of wisdom. All right, so we're already at the end of the hour. And so are there any questions or comments in English before I stop the recording? I take that as a no. And so we're going to stop the recording.